So let me introduce you to some of the developers. This is Adam from Mukherjee. He is a teaching assistant. Nice to meet you. He's a theatre teaching assistant. And Kunal and Purnima, they are the energy persons.
So everybody's theatre for both. What?
Should we get ready? Okay. So, I wanted to let me introduce Sushmita Mukherjee to all of you. And we go back how many years? 1978.
Yeah.
Since 78 we
None of you were born. Another era.
yeah. And we started theatre almost together. And she was much younger than that. I started working and she was in college. Yes. Okay, and we worked with the legendary Badal Sarkar. That's how we met. And later on, I happened to direct a play called Empire Builders with Sushmita and I. And we did a lot of street theatre together on issues like Boma. I've already told you all about it. Boma, and then we did Fanchen, we did another play. And then Sushmita joined the National School of Drama. And after that, she went into the film industry. She must have acted in about 50, 60 films. Or maybe more. More. Yeah. She knew exactly films. You know, and our latest film was Sniff, which I saw about a month or two back. And she was, of course, wherever we went, when we went recently to Khajuraho for the International Film Festival, for being, and we went there as trainers, you know, and she was accosted everywhere. She was recognized, whole of Bundelkhand, she's the Bahu of Bundelkhand. They recognize her. Even the Chief Minister calls her the Bundelkhandi Bahu. And so she's done a lot of, and television abounds. Lots of television. So her first television serial was Karamchand with Pankaj Kapoor, and she was Kitty. So people remember her very much as Kitty of Karamchand. But though she must have done so much of television, so much of film, and she continues to do theatre. As I always told you, that theatre is a passion, you know. And there are few people who've gone from theatre into television, and they continue to remain, they continue to be fascinated by theatre. And recently she did a play, Nari Bai, which was a solo play. She'll probably tell you about it. So Sushmita has been both theatre as well as very focused in acting. And she ran a production house which was called Prayas Productions. Also, they did lots of programs. She'll tell you much more about it. I'm simply introducing her to you. And so all of you can ask her any questions, whichever way she interacts, and leave it to her. And I will hand over the mic to Sushmita so that then she can introduce herself better than me, and then we can take it from there.
Hello, young people. Absolutely delightful to see so many young faces in front of me. Manohar made a mistake. You know, he said, I started my career in Karamchand. I need to correct him. I was 16 and out of school, and in those days, you know, we had a 6-month gap between 11. We had 11 to those days, not 12 like you all have now. And college, which is 6 months later. So I was offered, there was a Doordarshan little film which I was offered, and my parents were like, you know, I'm 16 and what film? The film was called Motor Car. And I played the main role of the door. And the director of that film was Manohar. of course, I went on to, we went on with, I don't know, you all know Barry John? Marcus March? Do they know? Well, they were legendary theatre people in our time. Really, like, he was a British person and we all learned to speak English, from the window and all of that. And then around that time, I think around 74, 75, 76, 77, then we were doing street theatre with our mentor, Balu Sarkar. And then as Manoj said, then I went on to National School of Drama. When I came to Mumbai, I found my own group called Natak Company. And we did a lot of shows. We opened, I wrote a play, we opened shows. Those days we were strugglers, so we used to get paid. We didn't have money, so I used to work. Who's heard of Prahlad Kakkar? Yeah, advertising guru. He used to run a little cafe outside the city. So for 8 rupees, we would 4 rotis, sasti dal. So me, Nina Gupta, Shekhar Kapoor, lots of people who are now, famous people, we would be serving. But we were so passionate about theatre that घर से पैसे मंगा लेंगे थे. So we used to go and we used to serve. And then we used to act. There was no money. We just loved it, just to enjoy. Just please come and see us. We work so hard. It's like a meditation. It's like seva. It's like doing theatre or being a creative person is a gift that God has given each one of us. And somehow or the other, society or our parents with all their good intentions, or a chacha, bua, masi, nana, dada, all people, our brothers, sisters, anybody with good intention might say, "Yaar, kya bachche naach rahe ho? Ye kya profession hai?" In our times, it was very bad. So we couldn't think of, what we were doing. Manohar also, while being an engineer, he did a government job so he could be in theatre. I mean, look at the passion, Because a corporate job those days would mean you can't do theatre, you will be working late. So he chose a harder life so that he could do theatre. So all of us came from that school. And I'm just so happy to be here because I've heard so much about you all from Manohar. And if there's anything, which you'd like to ask, I'm so happy to share. So why don't I give the mic over to you? Ask the questions. Feel free to start to ask anything. Yeah.
Question what I have
Interact. Tell me about yourselves. Why don't you all tell me about yourselves? Let me start from here. Ask my son.
You asked her about how she went. Okay, I'll get.
No, I think they should ask.
I'm starting with a very cliche question.
Yes.
How did you get into theatre for the first time? How did you step into
What
was the first step? Where did it happen for the first time? As a trainee or as a we are a part of this theatre board.
Okay.
Our first step into theatre.
Okay.
So what was your first step into theatre happening?
So, one sec. What's your name? Aishma. You tell me when was your first time that you looked at theatre? In this course?
In school also I've done theatre.
First one.
The first I don't remember exactly. Maybe the first one, as far as I remember, I played Hanuman in one of the Ramayana plays.
In school?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we all start with school, but in school I went to a school called IIIT-Delhi in Delhi, and there was a beautiful opera called The King and I. और मुझे अच्छा रोल भी नहीं दिया था, बहुत छोटा सा रोल. I was very depressed because I thought I should get the, but everybody didn't think so, so I didn't get a big role. But my parents still came to see me, saw they did something there. So, but I recall this film, what Manoj did, because I got 50 rupees. He came to my house to give me a check from Durdashan for 50 rupees. My parents said, well, getting 50 rupees. So, the theatre, I think, actually started when I was 3 years old. And I'm a Bengali, so who's a Bengali here? Anybody a Bengali here? So, Durga Puja jano to kya mana hai? So othane Durga Puja, we used to do these functions. And I was 3 years old, and I remember this olden days used to be table lamps. Abhi wo वापस से fashion आ गया. It's like a skirt. I was put down into a skirt, which is a table lamp lamp. You know the table lamp? It was like that. So I was dropped into that at this much, probably as it. So it was really small. And I remember, obviously, I'm throwing a tantrum. Unless I get chocolate, I'm not going to go. So, it was a typical thing. So, last minute, we need chocolate. So then they give me a chocolate and I went. And I remember the swaying crowd, Durga Mata at the back. And, in Bengal, you have the Thuluchi dance, right? You have the Thuluchi. And, evening time in Delhi. And I remember being on the stage and remembering, like, wow, there's so many people who are looking at me and loving it. And I'm like transfixed into another world. So I've forgotten my lamp, I've forgotten the chocolate, I'm just enjoying the interaction with so many people. So I think when I was 3 years old, I was shocked. And somehow I knew I wanted to be an actor. Later on then IIS karo, ye karo, padhai karo, ye kya hai, blah blah blah. So I did my masters in English literature from United House. And then I joined the National School of Drama. And everybody said, MA karne ke baad kya matlab hai? But I wanted to be a trained actor. So, all I remember in my life has been the passion of being on stage as an actor. That was my first. Age 3, in a lab. Next question. You have to ask. Yes, please.
Your first break, can you just tell us about how you got your first movie and how you actually moved from doing theatres to movies?
Okay. So I was doing a play. I came to Bombay in 1980. 83. 82, 83 I was in university. 83 I came to Bombay. And very, very difficult days. A lot of struggle. Because you leave your home in Delhi. So of course mobile to play nahi tha, ghar bhi nahi hota tha. Landline bhi nahi hota tha. We just young kids on the block. Young people who just come out. And I from Delhi have come to Bombay. Jobless. Just dreams. And there doing his play, Pankaj Parashar directed this play. And Pankaj Kapoor, I think you all know him now as Shahin's father. So Sasha was then just 3 years old. He was very chota. And Pankaj Kapoor and I were doing this play. And Pankaj Parashar, the director, cast Pankaj Kapoor as Karanjan. And then he was looking for a kitty. But unfortunately, that time he had cut his hair in a very strange way. So I told him, your hair looks like a cauliflower. So somehow he was very disturbed with this young actress calling my cauliflower. Pankaj Kapoor told me, "Aisa kyun bola? You should say sorry to him." I said, "Okay, he'll give you a role if you say sorry." So I said, "Okay, I'm sorry, but your hair looks like a cabbage now." I said, "Okay." Anyway, we became friends. I got the role. But it started with doing theatre. So we were doing theatre, he saw us in rehearsals, he cast us. And it was, I tell you, your name? Arnav. It was very, very, very strange because from the stage, from NSD, right into a set. In those days, they were not so many lights, and the tables were all over the place. So the director was a madman and the cameraman was even madder. Sunil Sharma. They're all legendary people now. Theatre, we know, we rehearse, we do it 10 times over. We know everything, where do we go, what are the exit points, downstage, upstage, which way. There, he said, you have to run. I said, 2 pigtails. You have to pop your pigtail into the stairs and do like this, the camera will come up to you. What on earth they're talking about? Million instructions of which I've not seen a sex before, So I did some little work, but not as an actor, not as a principal actor, let's say. So it was like a very strange new way of looking. It was just very exciting. And apart from the medium change, as an actor you still have to act. Because everybody asks the question, television, stage and film, acting, what is the difference? Because I continue to do all 3 mediums. So at that point it was like something very new. 34 years ago. It was like, and then the shock that it was successful again. So we could go out. In my mother's house in Delhi, there's people standing outside and saying, "Kitty ka ghar." mother's like, what's going on here? Because those days we didn't have social media to actually tell, today everybody pays money also to social media to talk about them. We had no clue what was happening and how we became overnight hits. Because the television came into your homes, so everybody was all free. So then we became like everybody is I can children, which you can't do film stars. So a new kind of language of communication happened.
If you are given an opportunity to act in a film, act in as a part of a theater, which would be given?
Theatre. See, if there is a money thing involved, okay. No, it is a very, you see, when you have to pay your bills, then you take different choices. But if you don't have to pay bills and it's an emotional choice, theatre, any day. Why? Because to me, again, because it's debatable, it's a personal answer to a personal question. Theatre is meditation as an actor. So when I do theatre, when I'm on stage, recently I wrote, directed and acted in my own solo called Nari Bai. It's an 80-minute solo in which I sing, I dance, I've created this, the whole thing. If you all want to know, I will share with you something about it. But it's like a drug. The happiness and the hormones and the endorphins and the serotonin, the rush of happy hormones you feel in theatre, because it's an actor's video. आपके control में आप कहाँ लेके जा रहे हो. But film is very glamorous because I worked with from Subhash Ghai to Maheshwar to Mukherjee Six fathers name. So I've seen the kind of, it's different. It's just different. When you're there, you're challenged. When you're seeing tough, you're challenged. Okay? You have to give it your all. You have to learn your own, as in all actors. But the feeling of drugged happiness which you're on the stage, what I've experienced every single time, you don't get it because it's always cutting. You're cutting. So the moment is cut. Again, you get back your energy, you restart, and you give your best. But in theatre, once you have taken your gear, you have to reach. There's no stop, there's no cut. We all know the technical aspect. But yes, if you have money to go and stuff like that, then obviously film will be. Also, films last longer, so they're strategically, to save for your career. I've done so many films. And impact for people, they can see your work. So it's very, very ideal to be able to do all three. Atmasukh, Jebsukh, Yeah, you were asking me something in there.
I did a major question.
You just think about your question.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
please.
must introduce Anvesh to you. He is a teaching assistant.
Hi.
Anvesh has already started a very exciting career in this studio. Anvesh, just tell her a little about it.
So I'm actually Mr. Gable in there, 2016.
Sorry?
Mr. Gable in there, 2016. Last year I became like the youngest contestant to win the national country, and I've since been doing very small roles in like ads, and I've been great theatre as well. I've been with Manohar sir since I started my journey, even before I became Mr. Gable. He's giving me support, and it's just so incredible.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm a 90s kid, so I've watched a lot of movies. Those movies to come in recent, and we've seen you over and over again. And that also relates to my question. So we've seen you on, for example, New Stara, where you play this very funny character, and but we've also seen you play Dumpling, where you play this very sinister character. So, and it's very easy to get typecasted, especially when I have to be gay, when I go for castings, they usually people typecast you as someone possible. But then you play this very variety of characters. So how do you make sure that you don't get typecasted? the movie industry where people buy calculation and they keep getting the same kind of characters.
You know what happened after Karamchan? They just wanted another Kitty. Because they, in films, they had never seen this kind of Pankaj Kapoor and maybe they've never seen. This is just after Hum Log. So then people immediately want to take on that. You know, what is successful, what is known to be successful. So I just stopped eating. And there was an actress, I don't know if you know Neela, do you know an actress called her? So then she came over because I just refused. There was a production house called Rose Movies, Ramesh Bain. So they wanted me and they wanted me the same character. And I'm like, why? Rose Movies, it's a filmy technology. I'm so Delhi now, it's not filmy at all. So I just didn't want to do Kitty again. I did not do Kitty again. So for a whole year, I was jobless. But since I was young, I was single, I managed. But I did not do another Kitty. I was sure that I didn't want to be typecast. Then after a year, there was a director called Anand Mehta, and we did something called Isi Bahane. We played a character called Smooth Lizzie. He's a chorni, and completely different from Kitty. So people like, you know, she's so cute, Kitty was so cute, and this is such a sly character. From there began my journey of just playing different roles. So though I still have known as Kitty, because at that time something must have happened magically. I don't know what it was. But I've just gone on not to play it. In fact, when the second time they started, I think in 2012, they had a rerun of Karamchan Part 2. I did not play it. I think Sushmita or somebody played my role. And it didn't do well, but I refused to play it. You can't be a caricature of yourself 30 years ago. I mean, what I looked like at 30 years ago, I can't look like that now. And I'd be so stupid to try to play that, you know. So I've been blessed that I didn't have to do it. Yes, please. Vipin. Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, what was your first motivation for doing theatre? I mean, as Manoj sir said, that once you were sitting in a plane and suddenly some people were throwing tomatoes. And later on he got to know that that was a part of the theatre. And that motivated Manoj sir that yes, he need to have this camera. So what was your first motivation to do this theatre?
You know,
I saw it in a session of being
Acha.
when I was in college.
Okay.
At that time, there were no jobs available. Session was about
Yes.
So, and this was the IIT opening.
Okay.
I was sitting in the audience. I thought this guy from how they will do this.
It was part.
It was part of it. That's when I that's how I got.
But you know, as I said, when I was three years old, I was in a lab, and I remembered feeling that, oh my God, this is so awesome. You know, when you go on stage, this is the reaction you get. But as I grew older, and then when I was 16, I met Manoj and I did the play. And I think just as I kept growing up, I just felt that this is what I needed to do. So I don't remember an epiphany like aha moment, this is me, but I've always known as a young person that this is where I need to be, this is where I have to go. And in fact, I'll share a very personal story with you. I have a brother who's 10 years younger than me, and there was strong opposition for me to do theatre. Okay, because I did well in my MA, and you know what happens, you have a bacha acha padh bhi raha hai, and then ideas slow and all. So I remember at NSD, I'd given my entrance, and I was waiting for that letter to say, no, will I get it or not? Very tense, you know, now after my MA, now I was being forced to do an IAS or engineer, something which I didn't want to do. And I remember my head of my family was my Bade Papa, Jata Muni used to call him. So one day in our house is in tension because my letter is supposed to come and they will tear the letter and they will say you're not doing it. But my heart is in this. And the heads of our family were very strong, and you know we were girl children that time. So one day my Jata Muni was sitting reading the paper and some little paper came out of his hand. And he's like, what is this? And my brother, who was probably 10 or 11 at that time, has written a letter saying that Miss Sushmita Mukherjee is great, but her greatness is spoiled by a Jata Muni. her aim is good. She says she wants to do theatre. Theatre, wrong spelling, huh? Theatre not for the sake of money, but for its own particular sake, wrong spelling. At last, I will say she should be able to do theatre whether it's against the family or not, and yours affectionately, God. So this little fellow, Lord, my dad is looking at this and says, then he felt very, like sad. He says, this little kid opened his eyes, and he said, okay, we'll see. And then we saw, I got the job. So the thing is that even in families in our time, it was very difficult to, they didn't come along with you and let you form a career. But then you have to actually, you just have passion. I'm sure all of you are here. Are you driven by passion or are you driven by quick Bollywood success? Raise your hands. Who's driven by Bollywood success? Nobody? All passion? Think again. Who is driven by passion to be in this course? Raise your hands. So some of you are not driven by passion? This young boy is not driven by passion, or he didn't understand my question?
He is in this course.
Oh, he's in this course. Okay. You're a guest here. Okay, fine. So, I think it's all about passion. It's all about दिखा देंगे हम भी हमारे अंदर कुछ है. We all come with a purpose, and we can't be here unless we really want to be here. And the funny thing is, अपने जितने ज़्यादा हमने उस चीज़ को सोच लिया, महसूस कर लिया, अपने पैशन को अपने अंदर जड़वा लिया, that's the time it will manifest. You all are the generation who's read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne and all, right? So you manifest what you deeply believe. अगर अच्छे मन से हाँ चलो ट्रिपल आईटी आ गया, चलो ये कोर्स कर लिया, हाँ अच्छे सर ये भी कर लेते, चलो रहने देते, we will not be able to manifest. But no matter how many times we fail or we are not successful, या हमें मजा नहीं आ रहा, या हमारे अच्छे नंबर नहीं आए, या हम enthusiastic नहीं हो, कितनी बार भी हो, पर एक चीज़ है कि मैं इस कोर्स में आया हूँ या आई हूँ, and I will make a difference because I am run by passion. हमारी आग है, हमारा उत्साह है. I think that is the only thing which will carry. Of course, training, 100% training. बिना training के नहीं होगा. हो भी सकता है, पर training बहुत बड़ा हथियार है. Ultimately. So did I answer your question? आपका question answer क्या है? Oh, sorry, मुझे क्या Yes, please.
If you were to select one particular goal that you have to adapt in your career, which would be the most difficult and most joyous at the same time?
Adapt as in which I have enjoyed the most?
Yeah, and you have to work a lot for getting to do it.
Good question. I did a play. I did a show called Kab Tak Pukar. Kab Tak Pukar was written by this very famous author called Ramgi Raghav. राय पर बहुत सारे उन्होंने लिखा है, बहुत अवॉर्डेड है. उन्होंने ही रोट, आपको हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल है, इंग्लिश में बहुत कभी कभी थोड़ी बंगाली में. Again, it was Pankaj Kapoor, me and Pallavi Joshi. We played nut, Gadia Lohar. In Rajasthan, they have these Banjara type communities. They move in their garis and they're Banjaras. So we played this. The story was about these two people. Sukhram, played by Pankaj Kapoor, and me, Pyari. And it's a very loving couple, but there's a lot of hardship in their lives because they just turn up essentially India independent you are here, pre-independent time, and living in jungle, bihar में रह रहे, गरीबी और ऐसे लोहा बेच के रस्ते में जाते थे. And sometimes the women have to sell themselves because there's no food. So Pyari sells herself occasionally. The husband doesn't look too carefully because it's hunger, it's weight, And she contracts a disease. And in the meantime comes a younger woman, Kajri, played by Pallavi Joshi. You all know Pallavi Joshi? Pallavi Joshi. So then, Pyari being the older woman, वो कजरी की शादी और कजरी का रिश्ता अपने पति के साथ करवा देती है. Because she says, you are healthy, you can have children, I want. It's a very complex story, then post-independent. So that was very difficult to play. We were using different language to try to get the Rajasthani. I was also the producer of the serial. So there were times I remember मेरी बाल जैसे छोटी-छोटी चोटियाँ बनाते थे. For about 10-15 days I would not remove the chotis because वो गंदे हो जाते थे. Film City में set था. So me the producer would come and have to see things were very different then. I used to be carrying the old milk and I was carrying biscuits from my house in the dicky of my car. And I have to see it, so I will be doing हाँ सुखराम तो क्या कर इन लोगों को चाय मिली क्या अच्छा वो सेट बन रहा है हाँ so I will be rehearsing and looking after that and this character which was very difficult to play but it was remarkably adjusting and every time your mother's generation, our generation, whenever people see it, they remember me a lot with that role as well.
That was a legendary serial.
That's right.
The way it was shot,
Yeah.
there were takes and all that.
That's right.
Not only in the society,
Positive bani.
in nomadic society,
Right.
how it was done. Probably no television serial has achieved that level of what should I say, variety and competence and detailing and difficult in logistics also. That was done in the film. I'm glad you remembered it. I always remembered it in the back of my mind.
That's IIT, yeah. You are something? Sorry. कब तक पुकारूं? I wonder if it's in, if you can Google it now. Yes, please.
Actually, I was asking because every time an actor doesn't really he gets his nervousness by some kind of stage fright. So have you had any experience? Like, if you did, how did you calm yourself?
You know what? After every second bell, I said, what the hell am I doing here? Why am I here? My heart would be very stupid I am, Why am I doing this every time? It's only very recently that I've completely overcome it. And a great secret for that, which you will be able to achieve very slowly over the time, is when you don't think you are performing. When you have surrendered completely, it's like an exam. Which is what I tell my children also.
I just interrupted. Shakti will actually have this problem.
Okay, I'll come to that.
You just help him to overcome it.
It's nothing to each one of us have it. If anybody even is going for a big interview, they are going like, my God, hoga nahi hoga, will I be able to say it, It happens. It's a very natural bodily reaction, chemical reaction. But I'll tell you something, Shikha. It's like an exam. हम लोग बहुत पढ़ते हैं, रात भर पढ़ के when we are mad in the morning, we just get up and we give our exam. Even last minute cramming. अरे तुमने पढ़ा, इसने पढ़ा, क्या आएगा? So we are stuffing ourselves with fear. Even the play, 20 times we try to remember our lives. We have not surrendered. It's like learning. Go to sleep early the day of the show. Go to sleep early the day of your exam. Wake up fresh with the full knowledge that I have done the ground. You have to do the grunge work. आपको वो जो 1000 बार लाइनें याद करनी पड़ेगी और 1000 बार रिहर्सल करनी पड़ेगी till you get the point where you can surrender and say, I have done it. When you surrender that, you can call it God, you can surrender to your higher power, you can surrender to your own self, any name you want to give it. You just surrender and say, I have done my best. There is no fear now. If one day before you got 20 lines and you haven't got a rehearsal, you better fear. You better get nervous because then you would be in a jam. और उसमें भी अगर आपने बहुत मेहनत करके देखिए, it's a technique. थिएटर मतलब हम लोग सब हाथ धो के बाल बना के नहीं आ जाते. It's grunge work, it's technique, it's understanding, it's inner work, inner cleansing, it's how to create a role. Once you've done that, and then you surrender. Because there's no medicine for nervousness, right? You can't say that I'm going to have a little drink now or I'll have proper medicine now and I'll be fine. No. Because it's inner work of doing it all and then surrendering it. Knowing that the best is happening. See, it's actually the knowing. What we think, we can unthink. Now I'm thinking nervous, so nervousness is coming closer to me. I'm thinking fear, it's coming closer to me. I also know कि कहना बड़ा आसान होता है, जिसको होता है उसको पता है क्या होता है. But it's a technique. The moment you say, I have it, it's brilliant, I'm amazing. No wonder I've been tasked by Manoj, I'm so good, I'm awesome. So you're thinking, your subconscious is going. Those files are going in. And once your files are going in, then there can be no fear. But since the files are not going in, the files of fear are going in, we experience fear. So it's really also a very philosophical, very spiritual journey of artists, whether it's a painter, he's an actor, he's a musician, he's a writer. It's all about our thoughts which we can change. And we have the power. Our lives are really like painting, the brushly. Our parents said, "Nahi, ye mat karo, red karo." But I want green. I have the power to make it green. When we are very small, our parents can tell you, "Ye mat karna, tum gir jaoge, aag lag jayegi, ye phala, cross the road, blah blah blah." They teach you all the mechanics to stand your ground. But once you've reached your puberty, or once you've reached a stage when you start understanding, then you pick up your color, and that painting is your life. And you paint it any way which you want, and your painting will be the only painting that is in the world. It's the only pure creative painting. Whether he's a person, the first time the Wright brothers flew their plane, or Beethoven or Bach created the music, or our Ravi Shankar played, any great talent, any scientist, anytime anybody did anything, they just picked up their paints and they painted it. And that's the beauty of being a creative person or doing this kind of job. Why creative? Even an engineer. When he thinks of that dam in his mind, he's creating something from this pen. He's picking up a pen and he's making his painting. So we all have to make the own paintings of our lives with passion, with belief, knowing that किसी और का भी नहीं हो सकता जो मैंने combination किया है ना, because that's the way the creator has made us. Original, independent, vibrant. हम लोग के पास सब ताकत है. And theatre is a medium जो उस चीज को उजागर करने में बहुत help करता है. That is why to me theatre is very meditative, very मुझे बहुत एक meditation लगता है.
Tell us about Nani Bai.
Okay. About in 2003, anybody knows about Bundelkhand? You know anybody Bundelkhand? Anybody from Bundelkhand? Jhansi, Mahoba, Mirpur, anybody from that area? No. Anyway, Bundelkhand is a very backward area, part of UTMP. Its history was that it was once a state. But then after state reorganization of 1957, the government gave little bits of Bundelkhand to UP, limits to MP. This is a very Peshawar area, and it's very rich in water, minerals. And I have been married to that, I'm Bahu of that area for the last 27 years. My husband works there, he's spearheading the movement of Bundelkhand. He's also from the National School of Drama and FTII. And so in 2003, I made a documentary on the status of women in Bundelkhand after independence. So what are women like today? There was Rani of Jhansi then. And what after 150 years of Rani of Jhansi, what is the status of women? So I made a documentary, I interviewed and filmed NGO lady, a writer, and then I interviewed a Berani. Anybody knows a Berani? What a Berani is? Anybody seen it in serial? Berani are these sex workers. There's this community, it's an OBC community. The women work, and the men are the dalals. Men don't work, they sell the women. And I did this, so there was this woman I interviewed, Muni Bai, and so she was a very amazing lady. She was with a very young, she must have been around her 40s then, when I interviewed her, and she was with this very young boy, who I thought was a son, but it turned out to be a lover. And she was very happy with him, and she was telling him how amazing, what an amazing life they have. She was very frank about their intimacies and watch her dance, and she showed me a dance, and she showed me a life. Now here I'm thinking, very Bundelkhandi, नहीं हम तो घूमो जो करना तो अंडा खाओ और ये उतना कार जंगली स्वर खाओ उसको शराब पियो उसको मत और एक जे है ना हमारे this young man is doing like this. So I'm thinking, wow, So I was really interested in what happens to the lives of these people, with these women who have no place to stay, बच्चे हो जाते हैं तो कहीं पे छोड़ देते हैं. The Thakurs call them for some functions they would go. तो सो ₹1 मिल जाओ, चूड़ियाँ मिल जाओ, एक थोड़ा सा कपड़ा मिल जाओ, so आप खुशी, शराब, घूमत फिरत, so I wanted to do something about these women. So and that was being frustrating for a long time. But in my career with films and then with my family and television, which really took a lot of time. So finally, around last year, I wrote this play called Nari Bai about this, and I talked about myself, that me as an actress, as a performing artist. I meet my friend after 35 years. We were in school together, and I meet her. Now she's this big shot lady who's written this great book, and I help her to write this book. And in this book, she has described her journey of meeting a Bedni prostitute called Nari Bai. And then the play opens with me running away from that book launch, and I'm like, I don't like it. There are too many fancy people, and I just want to be there. And I've come, and look, I'm talking to people. And I'm going to tell you about this book release, and my friend is going to come. And in this story, I tell about how this fancy friend of mine from Delhi, very upper class, almost she talks to Nari Bai. She wants to write a book on Nari Bai, and finally discovers that Nari Bai is not the prostitute. She's the prostitute because she says a line that we are all prostitutes, but we only sell different parts of ourselves. So that was a shock that with all her education, she was prostituting her life with society, with her husband, with the children. And this woman was unstructured. She lived a free life. There were no rules on her. And yet she provided for her children. She looked after her aged parents. They didn't fight about money. So there was the contrast between this very educated woman and this total Nari Bai. Of course, it was hacked at many levels. And finally, the woman says, I didn't write a book on Nari Bai. I wrote Me the Prostitute, an apology to Nari Bai. So that way the whole play turns around. Because everybody's thinking she's talking about Nari Bai. Turns out she's talking about herself. And then how Sushmita, the character, me, how I learn from my friend. So it's three women, in three structures, talking to each other, discussing with each other.
Any demonstration?
No, not right. Because it doesn't help the play. I would like to perform it here sometime. I hope you all will invite me. It's a 70-minute play, and I would love to. It's like fun. Like Bundeli, they have these. When Manohara he asked me, so I can't say. So it's so it's double meaning, but it's done with gestures and it's very. So it's Rijhana, how you will attract the males, how you will use your body, how you will sing, मेरी छतरी के नीचे आ जा, मेरी छतरी के नीचे आ जा, क्यों खींचे कमला खड़ी खड़ी, तेरे छतरी का टेढ़ो डंडा, तेरे छतरी को टेढ़ो डंडा, कलवा तेरी बातें कलवा तेरी बातें बड़ी बड़ी. So it goes like that. So I sing, I dance, and basically talk about the Bednis, and then how the normal women are women, the middle class women, the upper class women. So it's just a very structured play. I opened at the NCT and I perform it here and there. So I honored what you asked me to.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
There is like a bifurcation you have to operate. Like when you want to follow your passion and what sells in the market. I would just want to know your views about that.
Amazing question. It's been a lifelong conflict with what you pursue and what sells. See, in my life of 34 years career, I can say that it's a baby step. But overall, if you follow your passion, then you can sell your passion to the market. if you follow your passion. And if you follow other people's passions, you will be selling their things to the market. And you will just be a non-person selling somebody else's dream. Now, it is holds true for everything. This is not to say that everybody becomes a businessman and we don't do jobs. That's not to say that. It's to follow your passion and to believe in yourself. And then you will yourself make yourself marketable. Now, I've also done other people's plays, but when I write my own play, direct it, act it, I follow my passion to a T. And then that's when I also evolve as an artist, as a creative person. Because I have touched my own inner core of why we are here. See, we are all here for reasons. So, somebody is a cobbler, somebody is a baker, somebody is a teacher, somebody is an artist, somebody is a homemaker. We all have our roles to follow. So, whichever role we follow, we do it with passion. It's a role we do with passion. अगर आप यही देखो, सब लोग राजा रानी तो बन नहीं सकते. किसी को नौकर बनना है, किसी को फलां बनना है, किसी को एक पेड़ बनना है, किसी को मोटर कार में डोर बनना है. You know, we all have to do our different passion. But whatever you do it with full integrity. We then follow our dream, and then we follow that power within us. हम लोग उस power को अपने अंदर ले लेते हैं. Because we are driven by our own passion. And sometimes you have to, like हम लोग जब पृथ्वी में 8 रुपए का प्लेट हम लोग काम करते थे, हम लोग इसलिए काम करते थे पृथ्वी में ताकि हम अपना पैशन फॉलो करें, हमें रोटी भी मिल जाए. But it's not easy. It's more easy said than done. But each person has to follow his own journey. Nobody can follow anybody's journey. And within that journey, we have to try to make that balance. अभी बच्चे आप बड़े हो जाओगे, आपकी फैमिली होगी, आपके बच्चे होंगे, तो पैशन फॉलो करोगे तो बीवी तो डंडा मारेगी या हस्बैंड बोलेगा अपनी वाइफ को यार घर में. So you have to follow your passion in a way that you can never leave your passion, never. But you can do other things to keep that going. You have to manage. Like Manohar managed. He did a job, but he followed his passion. So today he's a professor. He's teaching theatre and drama and film. So we all have to find a way rozi roti chale, kaise karke. But your passion you must never leave. That's the only thing. If it's one thing that is a takeaway for you all from this small little interaction, is that hang on to your passion with all your might, because that's all you will really have at the end of the day.
Introduce yourself. He's in charge of a number of clubs. What are some things?
I have a music club. And
Oh, the best here. What's the name of your festival?
ODC,
Okay. Great. Does that answer your question?
We had a problem of stammering in the beginning. I think 95% of people do.
Really? How?
I'm trying my best, but I have still some level of hesitation which stops me.
Very shy.
I can see. Show me. Wow. These are all little obstacles in the mind. The mind plays tricks on us. And somehow or the other, at the end of the day, we have to trick the mind. And we don't know कब अचानक trigger हो जाता है ना. We don't know when that trigger happens. So there's a fear. Oh my God, ऐसा तो नहीं फिर हो जाएगा. You know. So that fear keeps us in. अभी हो गया था वो क्या चलो देखेंगे जब होगा. You know. So keep on at it.
You mentioned about how you transition from not only acting but eventually direction. So do you think it's a way of empowering yourself as an actor to eventually make that transition, or did you even think about making a transition at this time?
You know, at that point when we were growing up, there was not the concept of transitioning. Everybody did everything. So you didn't really transition consciously. Like today, I'm an actor, so tomorrow I become a director, and then I empower myself by being a producer, so I have control. It wasn't that. The times were different before social media, before all technology. So what happened was, I started being an actor, but I became a producer because I knew that if I become a producer, I would be able to do this dream in my own way. So when I started Natak Company, it was because I'm not getting roles outside because they all have their groups. So when I create Natak Company, I will be able to empower myself by giving me the roles. But ultimately what happened was I was calling up people that Rajana ho show hai, nahi abhi to nahi ho sakti. So I become an impresario, I become a kind of organizer. So I felt very bad. I said that's not the reason I started. So we do what is called pivoting. I think you all know what pivoting is. Everybody knows what pivoting is, right? So when something you just change, pivot. It's like a pivot. This is not working, you pivot. You do something within that framework, you pivot. So I started writing. Then I wrote a play called Nati. That was way back in 1990. It's about this ancient actress who's dead in an ashram, and there's some diaries which are found. And in the diaries we know her secrets. So this Nati. And Garam Hava director M.S. Satyu, a very famous director. You already heard of M.S. Satyu, Garam Hava? It was a very famous film. So he did the sets, and Surekha Sikri, who plays Ba in Balika Baru, the old lady from NST, Mukherjee, she wrote my dialogues way back in 1990. So we helped each other. M.S. Satyu of a national awardee, right, doing sets, my sets. Surekha Sikri, senior actress in NST, writing my, senior actors, Arjun Gupta, all of them acting. So from being an actor, I became as a producer, then I became a writer, actress. Then with my husband I formed a company, a media company for Prayas Production, and we did a whole bunch of work for Zee, for Sony, for LTV, for NBC, for Doordarshan. Did a lot of work in television. We produced 2 films. One was called Pratha, which had Irfan Khan there, and it went to all the festivals and all the awards and all that. And then another regional film. So we've done a lot of work in media, in films, but not thinking it just was flowing into each other. You're run by passion. Theatre, I'm having a little trouble with artists because they are not cooperating because I don't have money, so they are running away into television. I can understand, I've done the same thing. So how do you pivot? How do you manage to do both? How do you manage to stabilize yourself? So you do some. You do some of this, you do some of that. Then my movies I've always been doing. But the movies, what happens, you don't give so many days. Men have more, like 2 months, not, and our characters, artists, or female, we don't have so much time. You don't give so much time. You just have a very good time. You travel abroad, you have a very good time. They look after you very well, and you eat very well, and you have a very good time. But work-wise, it's like very limited. For example, I went for Dostana for 15 days to Florida. I worked for 3 days. So 12 days they gave me a fantastic car and a driver, and I was driving all of them, having a great time. So these are all like luxuries when you do commercial cinema, or a Goldmar, or all the other stuff that I've done. So it's like सब चीजें करते हैं थोड़ा. That's all. Yes, please.
In this course, we've been studying the various directors, famous directors like Stanislavski and Jodorowsky. So one of the things we studied as part of Stanislavski's method of acting was that the actor should study his role and should come up with his own character. That he should not simply follow the director's instructions. So did you do this, and did you actually, get into arguments with your director?
The method.
Because we did one thing and we couldn't stop arguing. This has to be done like this, this has to be done like this.
You call it arguing, I call it, yeah, interactive. It's like more, I just did a Hollywood film called Soul. It was directed by Jeffrey D. Brown, who was an Oscar winner. So I had this great opportunity to work with an Oscar winner director. In fact, I hated Oscar also. I went to San Francisco and I was a guest in his house, and I had his Oscar also. And it's come in that other magazines have been today. मुझे नहीं मिला तो क्या ऑस्कर तो पकड़ा हुआ है with him. So we call it the process collaborative. rather than saying you're right or I'm right, we collaborate on that. And of course, what Stanislavski taught was the method. So it's Descartes, outside in or inside out. So they are different aspects of the same way of looking at it. And you have to, I always worked on anything. So what happens is then the director gets if he's an egoistical person, he'll say, no, it's my way or the highway. But if not, they'll always say, wow, you're getting so much to the table. You're getting your own stuff. Ultimately, the actor has to contribute his part, and he has to find out, tweak himself. And it's a beautiful emotional process of going inside yourself. Your emotional memory is triggered. Your subtext between your lines are triggered. What exactly does he mean by this? There's so many ways to look at it. Then the person who's acting opposite you, he's giving you his energy and his lines. You're getting एक खान है, आप जितना भी उसको अंदर जाओगे आपको ये मिलते जाएंगे। बशर्ते आप तराशना जानो, अगर आपको तराशना आता है, if you're able to dig into that line, dig into its meaning, even if you have just come with one single appearance, there's so many great actors who just gone on history coming with just one line and just coming and going. And they've created that. Because ultimately what is acting? It's just not, you're a blob of flesh and I'm a blob of flesh and this is all lakadi and this is on stage and this light is all metal. No, it's just energy. We're just one energy reacting to another. It's synergistic energy exchange. And the moment we understand that, once we've understood the technique, Mukherjee, Descartes, Stanislavski, Bantu Sarkar, once we've understood the technique, we've got it inside ourselves. We've got it to the rehearsals. We've fine-tuned ourselves. We've collaborated with the director. We've collaborated with the other artists. We've created a whole synergistic mixture of something. एक total जो पकना है. And then we surrender. And then the magic happens because it's energy. It's not that ये तूने dialogue मारा, नहीं मैंने मारा dialogue, it's not that time. It's not a war with each other to say I'm the better star, look at me. That's not acting, that's ego. And you will see that ego, the audience will not like it because the audience is come here to experience your heart. The magic of your heart. And any great actor knows that. It's not about how beautifully you say your lines or with what. It's your heart is pure and you're being used as a pure source which interacts with each and every other pure source. And it goes into the space of pure source and goes directly to the audience and they are quiet. They are quiet because we all have changed that energy of that space. You've changed your inner energy because you've done your homework. You know it all right. The stammering goes, the nervousness goes, the fear goes. ऐसा नहीं लगता जब हम बहुत अच्छा performance करते हैं हम आप कितने खुश हो जाते हैं. You're bubbling with happiness. Why? Because you have accessed a deep part of yourself. You've accessed a deep energy around you. That is what is making you happy. After one gives a very good exam, how one feels, I've killed it today, I'm just so amazed. You've just got that energy flow you have got in your hand. Yes, please.
Just a little about competition. Can you talk a little bit about how healthy is it to have that kind of competition with your own peers, become better, get selected in opportunities like they are?
This is a very competitive world because we think that there is little and we all have to grab it. Actually, the reverse is true. There is so much, and if each of us know that there is so much, and each of us can do it. If we have that thought, what did the saints do? They used to be very clever. The world is holographic, right? You all are today's children. Even our brains are holographic, right? The hologram. So when you have this image, it goes here, and this image touches this and this goes back. So it goes 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. तो सब लोग क्या बोलते थे? जा तेरा भला हो. Because they were very clever. जा तेरा भला हो, जा तेरा भला हो, जा तेरा भला हो. उन्हीं का भला हो. So this is almost like philosophical or spiritual question. That competition with other people will only harm you. When there is lack, there is competition. When there is low self-esteem, there is competition. When we don't feel good about ourselves, we feel we grab that person, there is competition. Healthy competition is like, let's do it together. A good teacher will never say go, he will say let's go. A good leader will never say go, do this. Let's go, let's do it. So theatre is this amazing field where we all get together and remove these. That I have to get that best laugh. Because it becomes hollow. You might get a laugh, but it's hollow from inside because you've bartered. आपने अपने आप को थोड़ा बेचा है. आपकी प्योरिटी को आपने थोड़ा बेचा है. ये सोचने के लिए रुक जाओ, वो मैं जब मैं पहुंच देगी फिर बोलूँगा ऐसा हंसेंगे. आपने चीटिंग की. क्योंकि वो प्ले की डिमांड नहीं थी उस समय. अगर आपके को एक्टर को क्लैप मिलना है, उसको ऑनर करो. यार अभी इसका क्लैप आने वाला है, ऑनर है. It's a teamwork. When you're playing football, you're not saying it's my thing. If I'm able to do it and throw it, वो वहाँ से तो यहाँ लेके आए, यहाँ से यहाँ लेके आए, इसने मैंने गोल किया, right? So you don't think, no, I'm going to wait. Hey, all sit down. Now it's my turn. Watch me. Don't do that. Because you're bringing that for the team. So this is teamwork. So whenever there will always be people who will be competitive because maybe their childhood scripts in their heads, they have been told that world is very difficult. You better grab it all. कोई नहीं ले जाएगा. तुम्हें करना है. Maybe those scripts of childhood has been there. The whole person might want to grab. But the majority of us, even if we have been given these scripts of childhood, we can change those thoughts. Those thoughts are not relevant now. You think how much you can contribute. Because by giving, be like the saint who says, Tera bhala ho. Be like that. When you give unconditionally to your play, to your script, to your co-actors, you are getting it all back. It's a law. So when somebody is competing with you, in your mind, just tell him, do what you want. I'm going to love you. I'm going to help you. Just do what you want. You don't have to tell him because it's an idiot and he has to do that. Don't say it. But just believe from your heart that you are here to play your role and you will play it to perfection. So that is why theatre, I keep talking about the spiritual and the philosophical aspect of plays. It's just not it's a lot about the technique, which is why you're here. But I'm here to give you that little extra thing that is just something if you can use your technique to get around this and make yourself a very, very deep and good human being. And that's when you will get out of competition. And you will be attracting and manifesting your highest good. Because when you are clean, what is its energy? It's all there. Now when you are like that, you will get that energy. When you're competitive, angry, restless, bitter, usko to main dikha dunga, usko to main kar dunga, you're attracting those energies. So aap sankeet hote ja rahe ho. But when you're expansive, you're in love, you are loving, you're doing your play well, you've got your technique right, you've got your character absolutely right, you've rehearsed. Then you go to another dimension, and then the actor comes out in full glory, and he goes to the audience goes back and says, yeah, that evening was worth it, look at that actor. And what has the actor done? Actor has just been a better person, the best person that he was able to be. Not that उसकी लाइन आऊंगी, no. So this is where we have to do journey. हमारी मंथन होनी चाहिए इसमें. Yeah? This group is very quiet. Come on. So this is not the group, right? This is the outside group? Oh, okay. They're very quiet. You have any questions? Yes, please.
I wanted to ask that there's a difference, often a difference between doing what you love and taking control of the administration of doing what you want to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your question.
So, many times, especially in theatre, the theatre is often a group art,
Yeah.
not a single art, like sometimes music or painting or anything else. Theatre is a group art and you have to manage not only yourself but everyone else, especially if you are the director or the administrator of a company or something. So if there's often a difference between following what you do, what you love, and taking control of the administration of what you're doing, like doing it as a job or doing it as a breadwinner. So how can we, so like I am, for example, the coordinator of the theatre club.
Theatre?
Coordinator of the theatre club.
Right.
So when we are trying to play, so often what happens is that there are challenges in doing the play, but there are other challenges that are obviously related to like doing a play in a college or running stuff and things like that. So often there is the line between what you love and the administration that goes blurry, and that causes you to like lose faith in what you're doing or sometimes getting confused. How can you maintain that?
It's a very good question, and I think it troubles everybody at some point, whether it's Pankaj, your person who's your director. Now, for example, his job to run this IIT, he might also have the same kind of problem in a different, larger way when you're doing it. A mother can have the same kind of problem when she's dealing with 3 children. I can have it as a producer, you can have it as a coordinator. I think when somebody is given you this, what's your name? Palash. When someone is giving you the work as a coordinator, someone somewhere out there knows you can do it. That's why you are doing the job. So first of all, clap yourself. That wow. Because I've been given a difficult job. So obviously, I'm capable. Otherwise somebody else will have got it. Why am I getting such an obstacle? So you have been chosen by something, somewhere, some principle for which you have got this job. Now, you also have the tools within you to find the answer. Right? Whenever someone has got a tough job, like when my children were growing up, I have 2 sons, I always told them, look, Mama can't be around, you are your own police. छोटे होते थे फिर भाई हम लोग पुलिस है. Because your police is inside you, which is what? You have to be going by the dictates of your own thinking. Once you're in touch with your own thinking, then the decisions become easier. I know in a corrupt society, we face a lot of opposition. But mine is a very old-fashioned, sure-tested. Do what you think is right. Sleep at the end of your day, knowing what you did was right. Don't get, I think they don't want you to do that. Something happened? Do you want me to go? Okay.
You can hear you without the mic.
Okay.
So what happens is that many times we become a victim of politics. Right? We become victims of politics. Because there will be some people who might not like what we are doing, or might not be able to bear what we are doing. Because they feel that they should have been doing it, or it's unfair, कि उनको नहीं मिला आपको क्यों? But we can't judge whose journey is what. We are not here to judge anyone. We are here to play our own game. And play a beautiful game. And have confidence in the game we are playing. This is what has to be taught in schools and colleges from an early age. It's your game. It's a time that you've got the tools. You have to play it and play it fairly. Play it like a gentleman, like a gentle lady. And when you go to sleep, you will be road less traveled because everybody wants to take an easy job. They want quick money, they want quick fame. It collapses because you have not made your firm footing. You have to make your firm footing based on truth, and the truth is only your own truth. Everybody has their own truth. So whether you are having this problem, which I understand, because everybody goes through this. But you as a young person, if you have decided in your mind that I am blessed to get this special opportunity, I, Sushmita, am blessed to get this special opportunity to talk to all of you today. It's my blessing. It's my blessing. And each of you think, wow, it's my blessing that I was able to interact. So what happens is we go with our own truths. And when you know that you got this job, then you do it to the best of your ability. Don't get guided and swayed. Think, manan, chintan, what I am doing, what is the possibility. And in the night, this is what has come to me, this is right. But what the problem what happens for us, most of the time we are on social media, blah, 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 we're not going in. We're not thinking. We are not thinking. We are thinking other thoughts. We are grabbing digital energy all the time. We are clouded by digital cloud all the time. Where is the time for you to take a deep dive into yourself, to know your inner truth, which is where a theatre actor comes mostly. To know your inner truth. We don't do that. Nobody has taught, has anybody taught you in school to do that? To dip into yourself, to know your own power. Everybody told you, "Arey ganda, ye acha nahi, ye naughty, ye." We were never told. But if nobody tells you, doesn't mean it's not true. Even if our parents didn't tell us. So what? We know how good we are. We are born once. We have come with this splendid body, with this voice, with whatever good and bad qualities we have. We are the power. You grab the power, be grateful. You know the day you realize, you will stand up and say, "Wow, I'm so lucky I got this. And now I'm going to do it faithfully." Because I don't know the technical aspect, so I can't help you. What actually happens. But just follow your own truth. Get away from digital for some time. Go find your quiet spaces. Go in. That's what an actor does. That's what a good leader does. That's what a good technician does. That's what a good scientist does. That's what a good mother does. That's what a good father does. That's what any good work needs, that space, that sacred space of silence to go inside yourself. Technique हो गया, digital media, बहुत कुछ हो गया. But at the end of the day, the actor, the performer has to go quietly to themselves and find out their inner truth. And dance that dance. Be so happy with who you are. And when you release that energy of great happiness, great positivity, those are the people you will attract. It's a very simple thing. It's no rocket science. Oh boy.
I just want to ask a question.
Yes,
I don't know whether it's good or not. Can
Is it good or not?
I mean, it's debatable.
Okay.
So what I want to ask is, can someone be a good actor
And
without
right
doing theatre?
Without doing theatre?
Yeah.
Of course. Amitabh Bachchan did do theatre. What did he do? There's so many people who can be good actors without doing theatre. It's not the point. You can be a good film actor. You can be a... What is the exact question? You have to be a stage artist? You need to be a good actor?
Who was like film actors. Are they both suitable for theatre also and also for the films? Like a theatre artist can do theatre as well as he can do films.
Yeah.
So can a film artist can do theatre as well as a film?
Yeah, why not? See, there are different techniques. A theatre actor has to reach you there. So this is the tone I'm going to use. This is my resonator. Television will use this resonator. हम वहाँ जा रहे थे, तो गए, वो बुरा था. And the film person will stand and say, "This not, so you don't know." It's technique.
You have a question?
Technique can be changed.
Can you speak loud?
Don't speak loud. Louder. Like I'm on stage.
No. Ask the question. This modern actor, what occupation will you occupy?
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
If not an actor,
If not an actor,
yeah, what occupation will you occupy?
would I occupy personally?
Yes.
Writer.
She already is a writer, by the way.
I'm yet to be published next year in 18. So, and I'm really into writing. different role, very challenging role because I have to play एक औरत जिसको डेस्टिटी हो गया था, सेक्सुअली जैसे गलोरिया सिफिलिस हो गया था, I have to play that, and that's not anywhere within my experience. So I think that very difficult roles. Times got free.
Mindness, one wants to achieve but one does not do the acting school. I tried not to do it in actual drama, and I wanted to figure out my wrong side with my but the aspect that I might miss that I would learn as a performer.
See, when you perform, now supposing you got your job as I think people are leaving, so they need to reach closer. So why don't you meet me after this and I'll have a chat with you. Thank you.
I want to say thanks very much, Sushmita Mukherjee, for coming all the way to IIT-Delhi and giving my students such a motivating lecture. I won't say lecture, an interaction which was very, very positive, very creative, and everybody benefited from it. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It's really a pleasure. And I don't mean it, I mean it very much because your students have asked these amazing questions. They have challenged me to think more. And I wish you young people lots and lots of good luck and lots of amazing journeys in your life as you go on exploring your deep and your very, very precious side of your careers as artists in whichever field you are. God bless you all. Thank you.